One of the things that I love about movies is when they create and expand a whole new universe. No matter how big or small this universe can be, it's interesting to think about all the thought that it must have taken to create it. When I think about this concept, the series that I normally tend to associate with this idea is Star Wars and Marvel. No surprise there. Not every movie in the intended universe has to be spectacular and awe-inspiring, but there needs to be an element that separates it from all the others. This is where Wonder Woman from DC comes in, as I start a new segment called It Could Have Been Great. For those who know me personally, it's no surprise when I say that I don't particularly enjoy this movie. At one point, there was so much going for the movie that I, along with many others, hoped that DC was finally grasping the reins in their universe expansion efforts. While many still see the movie as a step in the right direction, as future films in its universe will have to compete with it, I, on the other hand, tend to disagree. When I was watching the film for the first time, I was generally excited when they were swiping away sexual prejudice very early on. They were addressed maturely, but the film knew that it wanted to focus its story on. Hell, they got rid of the annoying secretary character after only a few minutes of her being on screen. Hallelujah! Things were looking great as she killed the general of the German forces, who she thought was Ares, only to find out that the war had not stopped. She was stunned, and before she could comprehend the whole situation, Steve Trevors told her that humans are all to blame. Unlike many films, where there is a single villain and a hero must step up to defeat them, this film suggested and reflected upon our history as human beings. We want to believe that there is a single entity that is responsible for all the horrible stuff in our lives, so that we can put a target on their backs and focus all of our rage onto them. The truth, though, is that there isn't an easy answer. The film in that moment shows us that it is humans' own beliefs that led history to where it is today. We all want to do the right thing and be happy for the rest of our lives. But what if, in order to do that, that one had to do something wrong that'll hurt others but benefit themselves? That's life. This message, applied right, can become a powerful statement that could make people reflect upon their own decisions and rethink the stuff that had led them to their current point in life. If this movie had ended with Steve and his gang being surrounded and Diana realizing the meaning of his words as she turns the tide of the last battle, then the movie could have been as great as people make it out to be. They would have held Harry's for the inevitable sequel, explained where Wonder Woman went after the war, as she could have still had Steve as her partner, and the movie would have ended on a powerful statement that everyone could get behind. In spite of all of this, we got a version where Ares
is a pasty old British guy.
Hey, I am very intimidating. I once asked to pass the salt and I didn't say please.
You are as intimidating as the Monopoly guy.
Hey, we used our crappy effects to Photoshop my head on a muscular body. See, I am totally worth nightmares. And as you know, I had a bad dream last week that I played cricket with no knee pads.
I think Nostalgia Critic summed it up best. However, where he states that this twist works better for the movie, I disagree. Once it is revealed that Ares is indeed behind many of the conflicts in history, though not directly as he just places the thoughts into their minds, the story becomes a very simple and uninspiring good versus evil. What angers me the most about this ending is that they had something great at one point, but decided that they wanted Ares to be in the movie, so they threw him into the mix. Think about it. If Ares hadn't shown up, would the movie be any different prior to the reveal? No. They could have easily done one of those post-credit reveals to show that he is out there, and he will be a threat in an upcoming movie. Despite that ending still taking away some key elements of the overall message, it would have still been preferred over what we got. Wonder Woman could have been an amazing film that people will continue to talk about when the superhero genre is brought up. Because of the cliche ending, people aren't as nearly excited for the future DC movies and inevitable sequels from this universe, since it doesn't pose or give anything new to the viewers to ponder. It's the same story that you see in most action movies that will one day fade into oblivion, which this movie doesn't deserve. Personally, I don't like the God Pills in the movie. But besides that, the characters were great, the story wasn't as grim as bleak as the other DC films, making it more enjoyable, and Wonder Woman was represented with dignity, unlike other outlets. Well, there you have it. Those were my thoughts on Wonder Woman and how the film could have been great. Till next time, take care.